this moment, we're not about to lose our cool. Love it or lose it.
The Upper Peninsula's new CBS station, WZMQ 19.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, we're talking with the Director of the Department of Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy about their accomplishments in 2024 and their goals for 2025. Plus, the Michigan Department of Transportation has secured funding that they're hoping will help make the roads safer for both motorists and wildlife. And our Washington, D.C. crew is live at the U.S. Capitol to show us how President Jimmy Carter is being remembered. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Check things out for Marquette. We're going to get some snow showers around for tonight as lake effect kicks in on that north to northwest flow. Not a lot of snow, but maybe an inch or two by daybreak. Temperatures like the past couple nights dropping into the lower teens. Wind chills single digits, and we'll get some lake effect snow showers here and there through the night, mainly along the northern shores and the western shores of Lake Superior. Temperatures around the area in the teens. Rest of the forecast later in the show. Kevin?
Tom, thank you very much. $1.7 billion in water-related grants and loans were awarded to local communities and businesses in 2024. It's all part of the Department of Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy's plan to meet the state's goals. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy has more from Eagles Director on how 2024 brought the department closer to its environmental protection ambitions.
2024 was Phil Rue's first full year as the director of the Department of Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy.
2024 was really an important year for me because I could start to see progress that we'd made.
He says right after he started, he and Governor Whitmer created Vision 2027, a plan to make sure all parts of state government remain environmentally conscious to establish Michigan as a national leader in environmental protection.
I've done a tour of the whole state. I've spent a fair amount of time in the UP too, and just trying to understand what some of the issues are.
One of Eagle's main undertakings in 2024 was addressing outdated water infrastructure. $1.7 billion went toward replacing lead lines and updating old facilities like the upgrades to the wastewater treatment plant in the Sioux and the sanitary sewer system in Ontonagon.
That's an area where there was already some momentum, and we just dialed it up even more in the past year. And I think that's going to have more communities interested and improve our chances of being able to secure funding to really keep moving that forward.
Rue says in 2025, he's excited to continue that work alongside brownfield cleanup efforts and renewable energy investments. In particular, he says he's excited to launch a pilot program for home energy rebates in Marquette.
I'm really proud of that, and I'm proud of that being brought to everyday citizens and honestly those who need it the most.
Rue says the department is gearing up to continue work on projects like the new air monitor and Nagani, Solar for All, and seeing what environmental progress comes in 2025. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
In a win for motorists and wildlife alike, MDOT has secured a grant from the federal government to fund a wildlife crossing analysis throughout the state. The goal is to identify the most problematic wildlife crossing points that pose a risk to motorists and animals. MDOT is receiving nearly $500,000 for the study, which will identify the 20 hotspots on Michigan roads. MDOT's Amanda Novak explains how the data will be used.
We are going to take existing MDOT crash data that shows us where some of these locations are, and then we're going to combine them with species data from various sources and combine this all together to create a holistic picture of what the hotspots look like across the entire state.
Michigan ranks 4th in the nation for deer strikes. In the UP, Delta County had the most deer strikes with 500 in 2023. Tax season is just around the corner, and a new Schoolcraft County business aims to help clients navigate the filing process. Evergreen Tax Solutions opens next Monday in the Manistee Bank building. The business will offer personal tax preparation services in its first year, with plans to expand to corporations in the future. Services are available both in person and remote. The owner hopes to reach parts of the community looking for tax assistance.
We have a couple people in the area that do it as well, but there's such a big community we have in the surrounding areas. I know they don't all have tax professionals. Everyone's got to pay taxes, and I feel like I could be a great new, fresh person to bring it to the area.
Tonight, WZMQ 19's Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons will have more on Evergreen Tax Solutions at 11:10 Central. President Jimmy Carter has arrived at the U.S. Capitol one last time to lie in state. The arrival ceremony kicked off late this afternoon. The 39th president was welcomed by diplomats, Supreme Court justices, and members of Congress who are paying their respects. Our Washington, D.C. correspondents Brendan Scanlon and Rachel Knapp were there, and they join us now live from Capitol Hill. Brendan and Rachel, good to see you and good evening.
Hey there, Kevin. Good evening to you. Yeah, a very special day here on Capitol Hill, and a really special historical event to be take part in and get to witness here today. Now, Kevin, the casket of the 39th president left the Carter Center earlier this morning. It arrived in Washington, D.C. This afternoon, and it was taken to the Navy Memorial before there was a large procession from the Navy Memorial up Constitution Ave here to the Capitol, where President Carter will be lying in state until Thursday. Rachel, people around the country coming to pay their respects. We heard eulogies from House Speaker Mike Johnson, Senate Majority Leader John Thune, and Vice President Kamala Harris. And one thing that we've been hearing from a lot of people, many lawmakers, many leaders, is that regardless of their political ideology, their philosophies, they're all coming together and paying tribute to the 39th President Jimmy Carter, to really honor his legacy, especially his humanitarian and philanthropic contributions throughout his lifetime.
Oh, that's right. They really praised his work not only in public service, but then also him as a U.S. citizen and a really kind of a model citizen. But Brendan, you know, Carter was born and raised in Georgia. He attended the U.S. Naval Academy. He was did public service in Georgia before he became Georgia's governor, and then later on our 39th president of the United States. He only served one term, and he did live to be 100 years old. So here at the Capitol, we just kind of wrapped up a ceremony. It was a pretty grand ceremony. There was a choir singing, speeches, just like what you mentioned. But the former president's going to be lying in state here starting tonight through Thursday morning, and then Thursday morning, later that day, he's going to be going to the Washington National Cathedral, where his funeral services will be held. President Joe Biden will share a eulogy there. But again, Brendan, I think you hit the nail on the head. This has been an incredible event to witness, very powerful, very moving, and it's just once in a lifetime really to see.
Absolutely. Yeah, Kevin, we were just talking about it before. One of the most fascinating, coolest, most memorable things that we have seen being here in Washington, just a really cool thing, like we were saying, a key piece of history here to witness, to be a part of. It was a little cold outside, but it was a beautiful evening, beautiful afternoon here in Washington to see that procession come up Constitution Ave into the Capitol with those horse-drawn carriage. So really a special event here to remember and honor the life and legacy of the 39th President of the United States, Jimmy Carter. And for now, reporting live on Capitol Hill for WZMQ 19 News, I'm Brendan Scanlon.
And I'm Rachel Knapp. Kevin, back to you.
Rachel, Brennan, thank you very much for the coverage as always. Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after the break. Plus, later on, Mike Ludlam gives us your sports highlights. We'll be right back after this.
John's Auto has been voted the #1 dealer to buy premium vehicle for longer than I've been alive. If you're looking for a vehicle, or if you're looking for someone to help with your current car, or if you need to get yours looking like new again, come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
Shop our huge selection of Amish crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order with 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Individual and adventurous. Journey to the world's most exotic, breathtaking locations. Pure Outdoor.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
He holds the line.
I resent it, and I resent you for doing it.
Mathis Court is in session.
weekdays on WZMQ CBS.
Is your parents' car sounding funny? Do you hear any clunks, rattles, squeaks, or leaks? Tell them to call John's Auto Service Department for fast, friendly, and affordable service. Come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
It's Shunk's end of the year clearance. You'll save 30 to 60% off hundreds of items. We're clearing out sofas from Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, and England. You can buy a nice sofa for just $449. There's big discounts on recliners from Lazy Boy, Flex Steel, and Best. Recliners start at just $299. And huge discounts on Amish dining room and bedroom furniture, quality that will last a lifetime. There's clearance prices on mattresses from Serta, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. A full-size mattress is just $179. Shop Shunk's at Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
Cold air staying in place once again for the Upper Peninsula here, and we'll get some of those lake effect snow showers continuing. Now, there will be a little bit of moderation as we head toward Thursday and Friday in those temperatures, but no real serious warm-up is expected, at least for the next, say, 7 to 10 days. So we have that northerly flow here that will continue through the day on Wednesday. Not as strong as the past couple of days. That's good news. That'll keep the wind chills from getting totally out of hand here, but it will generate some lake effect as well. We get a nice ridging here as we head toward the end of the day on Wednesday. Should help give us at least a little bit of sunshine as we head on toward Thursday as well. But as for the wind chill, so we head on through Wednesday, cold wind chills here, probably anywhere from 5 to 10 above with those kind of winds. And we'll continue with those cold wind chills throughout the day on Wednesday and probably into Wednesday night. And then we get a little more wind, and you can see some very cold wind chills, more single digits to near zero by Wednesday night and into early Thursday. So here's the lake effect gradually diminishing for the balance of the night, mainly between Marquette and Newberry, and also a little batch here forming along the western shores of Lake Superior. But you can, as you check things out for Wednesday, things start to move northward, so snow will be limited. In fact, we should see some sunshine break out during the afternoon, but we'll still continue with some morning snow showers for a few clouds come back in for Thursday. They'll be on the light side. So into Wednesday morning, 1 to 2 inches possible between Marquette, Munising, and out toward just to the west of Newberry. And along the western shores, we'll get some fairly decent amounts as well. By Thursday morning, you can see maybe up to 2 to 3 in the belts here. With other areas like along the Wisconsin border, you probably won't get more than an inch, maybe even a half inch of snow or so. So far tonight, across the Upper Peninsula, where we get the clouds hanging in there, temperatures will drop into the teens. If it's clear, look at that, Sault Ste. Marie down to 4 below and some single digits here along the Wisconsin border. You saw the snow amounts, a couple of inches in the belts. We'll get some snow showers tomorrow, particularly in the morning hours, and maybe another inch from Eagle Harbor down toward the western shores of Lake Superior. And then some sun breaks out for the afternoon. As we said, a little moderation in the temperatures for Thursday and Friday, mid, maybe even upper 20s. Don't think we'll hit 30. And then we get cold once again, down to the low 20s for the weekend. Perhaps a few snow showers on Sunday, and then we're back into the mid-teens by next Tuesday.
Thanks, Tom. And a beloved Finnish festival is returning to Hancock. We'll have the details during Insights when we come back.
Getting ready, we all have our routine. Finding an outfit. Fixing your hair. And all the other little touches. Gum, check. Keys, check. Phone, check. But of all the things you remember to bring with you, naloxone could be the most important. can reverse an opioid overdose. You can get it without a prescription in most states, and it's really easy to use. If you or someone you know is at risk for opioid overdose, naloxone could save their life. Keep it on you and at home. For more information about naloxone, visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
The UP loves to be outdoors. Running, fishing, hiking, biking. If it's happening outside, you want to be a part of it. And this little baby is what you need to be ready. It's local and 100% free, 24/7. WZMQ 19's news app can show you the best times to be out, what to wear, how to stay safe, whether to bring along the kids. It's your problem-solving power tool. The WZMQ 19 app, now playing on a phone near you.
She's inquisitive
What led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
and firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS. You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. A favorite midwinter festival is returning to Hancock later this month. The Finnish-rooted Hakenpäivä is expected to bring the community together and celebrate the culture. Joining us now to tell us more is Honorary Consulate of Finland in Michigan's UP, Jim Curdy. Hey, Jim.
Good afternoon.
All right. Well, first tell me, did I pronounce that correctly?
You're very, very close.
Very close. Okay. Well, let's hear you say it so the people at least know what
the festival is called. Sure, the festival is called Hakenpäivä, Henry's Day.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell us about the history of this particular event?
Sure. To make a long story short, a conference was coming to Hancock, and it was the first time that it was going to be in a Finnish American community as opposed to places like Dallas and Washington, D.C. And they wanted to come here because they wanted to interact with Finnish American public. And so as I was organizing the conference, I thought, well, how do they interact with the public if they're sitting in a conference room? So we decided to create this event, and we based it on old Finnish folk sayings about, in many cultures they had predictions about the weather based on folk sayings. And so we took these old folk sayings, which talked about snow and winter, and we created our own Finnish American holiday. So it's not celebrated in Finland other than being a name day, but we made it our own here, and we've been doing it now for over 20 years.
All right, excellent. And since I moved up here to the UP, I'm realizing, just how many, people with Finnish roots are up here. So just how deep do the roots go for, the Finnish culture here in the UP?
Well, quite significant. If you look at the 2000 census, federal census, they asked people 2010, they asked ethnic identity, self-identification. And there were 5 counties in the entire country where Finns were the predominant ethnic group. And it's the 5 counties of western Upper Peninsula, from Marquette County across to Iron County and Cogiba County. And in those counties, here in the Copper Country, it's over 35% or more. In some townships, it's over 50%.
Mm-hmm. Wow. All right. Well, how about this upcoming festival? What can we expect?
Well, many of the things that we have each year, we will have marketplaces. We have 2 of them again this year, where in particular we emphasize traditional crafts, handmade items, hand-baked items, and Nordic items, Finnish items. And we have vendors come even from Minnesota, and they say that Hakenpäivä is their best day of the year. So if you're looking to get your Finnish fix, it's a good place to come. We have a parade. I dare say it's the biggest parade that Hancock has annually, and it's in January, if you can imagine. And we have a lot of games outdoors. We use the traditional Finnish kick sled for races. We have a Finnish whip sled, which is called vipukelkka. It sort of is like a merry-go-round, but you're sitting on a sled that's on an extended pole, and the centrifugal force makes that to be quite a enjoyable ride. And we just try to emphasize Finnish and Finnish American culture as much as we can. In the evening, we have a dance, and at the dance, there's also Finnish goodies, and we have a raffle and a lot of opportunity for people to express their Finnish identity. There's a lot of Finnish pride in the UP, but we don't always have adequate ways to really express it and to show it to others. So Heikinpäivä gives you a chance to do that, gives you a chance to get out and enjoy the parade. Maybe you want to participate in the parade. There are prizes. Maybe you want to participate in the games. But also it's a way of learning different traditions, different crafts. And it's all done in a way that's very open. It's not just for Finnish people. I dare say there's more non-Finns than Finns who actually come.
Excellent. We are running short on time here, Jim. So real quickly, maybe we should just break down the dates and times.
Well, Heikinpäivä actually began in February already with different events, but we have folk school events going on in the next 2 weeks. Next Sunday is the sauna tour, and that's something we added last year. And these are tours of some area saunas. For example, the one behind me was featured last year. And we will have then all the things going on the day of the parade and dance, whatever. And other community organizations have things like the Heritage Center has a film, Calumet Theater has a film and dinner. So it's really a time to emphasize all the different ways that we can express Finnish identity.
Sounds great. Jim, thank you so much for coming on with us today. Really appreciate it.
Happy to do it.
And we'll have Mike Ludlund take us through your sports highlights when we come back.
I'm Maddie. People assume I'm a harmless old lady. Morning, y'all. Anybody want a muffin? Could I have some apple juice? It's my blood sugar.
I'll be right back.
What else is going on? Nothing. So I can tell by your body language. That's a lie. What lie? I know we can win this. Best to listen to her in these moments.
Matlock returns new CBS Thursday, January 30th, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Realistic.
I will maybe have a tendency to
spend too much and won't be able to pay your rent.
He holds the line.
I resent it, and I resent you for doing it.
Mathis Court is in session.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS.
Looking for your next level in real estate? Look no further than Next Home Superior Living. Stephanie's not just any realtor. She's energetic, talented, equipped with the latest technology, and decades of experience to serve you better. At Next Home Superior Living, we're not just selling homes. We're guiding clients and customers throughout the entire transaction. That's Stephanie Jones of Next Home. Visit stephaniesells.com and let her work with you for your next home. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose Next Home Superior Living for your extraordinary real estate journey.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Why should you consider re-siding your home? Your home is the largest investment you'll make. Protect it with new siding installed by the experts at the Window Store. We offer a range of affordable, high-quality siding options, including premium ABC seamless steel siding with attractive financing options available. And we install all winter long across the entire UP. Schedule your appointment today and enjoy the Window Store experience for yourself. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
Good evening, everyone. Dylan Keel has been named the GLIAC Offensive Player of the Week for the second time this basketball season. Keel helped lead the Wildcats to a pair of road victories, Davenport 60-52 and Grand Valley State 78-70. NMU's winning streak is now 7 games, and they remain unbeaten in conference play. Keel had a game-high 19 points and 8 rebounds, plus 2 blocks against Davenport, had 21 points, tying a career high with 4 made threes against Grand Valley. He scored in double figures in 11 of the last 12 games. Don't forget, NMU hosts Michigan Tech Thursday. The women's game is first at 5:30. The first Upper Peninsula High School boys basketball and girls basketball rankings are out for the year, and Marquette leads the big school boys, all 6 first place votes in a total of 30. The records, by the way, are through Sunday. Kingsford is next, followed by Westwood, Iron Mountain, and Negaunee. Munising and Houghton also received votes. In Division 4, Forest Park lost last night to Kingsford. We'll catch up with that record next week. Dollar Bay is second, then it's Pickford, Norway, and North Central. North Dickinson, Baraga, Hannahville, and Lance also received some votes. On the girls' side, undefeated Negaunee is number 1, undefeated Gladstone is number 2. Then it's Houghton, Sault Ste. Marie, and Calumet. Ishpeming also received support from the panel. And in Division 4, St. Ignace took 4 of the 6 first-place votes. Ewan Trout Creek is second, Lakeland and Hubble third, followed by Munising and Lance. Baraga and Newberry also picked up votes. Lakeland and Hubble visits Houghton tonight in a good battle in the Copper Country. Let's hit the slopes. Marquette Mountain today, the site for the Sentinels Invitational. We will start with the girls. Say hello to number 11, Lucy Stern of Marquette, the very first skier down the hill this morning. And she posted the best run of that first round at 39.52 seconds. Next on our video is N3. That would be Grace Schultz of Norway. She definitely found the proper line on her first run. Good for 41.20 as she crosses the line right there. Your double winner of the day, Marquette Stella DeLynn, coming down wearing bib 209. She was 39.74 on her first run. And as we go to the results, we'll show you that Marquette was the winner with 21 points. Norway was second, then it was Ironwood and Houghton. To the boys, and they obviously followed immediately after the girls. Number 70 on the course coming up here is Eli Heathman of the Houghton Gremlins. He was the second boys skier in the first round. He ended up with a 35.44. Heathman was the Division II Giant Slalom champion last year. Next is Marquette's Sam DeLynn. He was the Division I state champion in the slalom last winter, off to a good start. 34.47 in the first round to take the lead. As we go to the numbers here, Marquette the winner with 25, Houghton was second, and Ironwood came in third. Michigan Tech's Logan Morrell is the CCHA Rookie of the Week once again, second straight week and third time this season. Morrell scored 3 points at the Coachella Valley Cactus Cup with a pair of assists and the overtime game winner against Holy Cross on Saturday. He had 5 shots on goal. The Huskies are 11-7-2 and return home this weekend. They take on Lake Superior State. Score the goal, there it is. And we will be right back.
NCIS Sydney.
IFP.
We're hunting this terrorist while trying to recapture a stolen missile and solve a double homicide. You're enjoying this.
That obvious?
This is one of those moments where the Navy expects you to think outside the box. To have the guts to ignore history and trust your instinct.
I like that.
NCIS Sydney. New season, CBS Friday, January 31st, and streaming on Paramount+.
When it gets colder, it's a good idea to layer up. But you can also surround yourself with an added layer of protection by getting your flu and COVID-19 vaccines. And you can safely get both vaccines at the same time. Talk to your healthcare provider and layer up for some added peace of mind.
I thought it was just a rash, but it had a bullseye ring around it. My doctor said it was a tick bite. Luckily, we caught it early.
Ticks found in tall grass around your home can spread Lyme disease and other illnesses, which can lead to chronic health issues. The CDC estimates nearly 500,000 people across the country are diagnosed with Lyme disease each year.
I didn't understand why my brother was having so many asthma flare-ups. Sometimes he couldn't breathe. Turns out a roach problem at home was triggering it.
Allergens left behind by dust mites, roaches, and rodents are a major driver of asthma attacks, especially in children.
When I had a fever, body aches, and fatigue, I never thought it would have been West Nile virus. All it took was a mosquito bite while gardening.
Mosquitoes spread West Nile virus and many other diseases, and they can breed in standing water around your home. Protect your family from pests. Get the facts at pestworld.org.
Some lake effect snow showers for tonight. Could accumulate an inch or two between Marquette toward just west of Newberry and to some extent along the western shores of Lake Superior. Other areas getting less than an inch for tonight. And could be up to 3 inches altogether by Wednesday night and into early Thursday morning along, again, the shores there in between Marquette and toward Munising. Other than that, we're expecting a slight warm up here Thursday into Friday. At least we'll get into the mid to upper 20s. Then the colder air comes back in for the weekend and continues into the beginning of next week. Kevin?
Thanks, Tom. That's all we have for now. We'll see you back here at 11:10 Central.